5 signs that you're doing the wrong things to get back with your ex. You don't know what you don't know, right? And I'm here to help you figure out whether what you're doing is the right things, whether you're increasing or decreasing your chances to get back with your ex. I'll explain everything after the jingle.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
The number one mistake, the number one sign that you're doing something wrong in order to get back with your ex, you're focusing on getting back with your ex. Don't get me wrong. Watching my videos, watching things online to learn about your relationship, to learn about attachment theory, to learn about how you can improve yourself, this is a good thing. However, a breakup is a rejection. This is why it's so painful. And focusing your attention on getting your ex back will prevent you from taking action. So this is how it works. You will waste hours trying to craft the best message. You will waste hours, hoping for something. You'll enter no contact hoping you'll get a message from your ex. I hear that every day. People calling me, telling me I'm in no contact, I'm waiting for my ex to do something. I'm waiting. You don't want to put your life on hold. Obviously, it's really hard. Perhaps you have this lack of energy, you have this deep anxiety that prevents you from taking action. But focusing on getting back with your ex won't make you feel better. Actually, it's going to make you feel even worse. So the first thing you have to do if you want to feel better right now is to stop focusing on getting back with your ex. Because you will end up more depressed than before. And this is why it's linked to the chances you will get back with your ex, is that if you're depressed, if you're anxious, imagine how your ex will perceive you. Imagine the quality of your interaction. Imagine the actions that you would take. They will always be wrong. You would position yourself in the wrong way. And in doing so, you will decrease your chance of getting back with your ex. So focusing on getting back with your ex is the wrong approach because you're starting the problem in the wrong way. You have this desire to get back with your ex. You visualize getting back with your ex. That's good, fair enough. But rather than spending most of your time doing this, spend most of your time focusing on you. Second sign that you're doing the wrong things to get back with your ex is you try to talk them out. You try to talk them out. This is the rationale and it's very logical. You have a problem, you address it, right? They broke up with you, they told you maybe they gave you explanations, maybe they didn't give you explanation. You want to confront, you want to basically, there's a problem, let's fix it. With breakups, and if you're watching this video, I guess you've tried to talk them out, it doesn't work. Because you've had several opportunities before to address that problem. Your ex didn't wake up one morning and realize I need to break up with that person. It's probably something that they had in their mind for a while, that they probably expressed for a while. So, because it's the outcome of an ongoing resentment or failed action, it's not by talking them out that you will change their mind. It's about taking action. Words are meaningless. And it's the same also with regard to your ex. Don't believe words, don't believe what they say, promises. Just look at the actions. So a lot of my clients, they really invest a lot, they make the right decisions. We work really hard at helping them to be more secure. And they reconnect with their ex, it's working fine, but at the end of the day, we feel that there's no commitment, there's no real action towards, trying to reconnect and rekindle what they have. In that case, it's better off to accept the breakup and realize that actually it's not going to work because the other is not putting the effort. So really action before word. Now, there's a probability, which is high probability, that you cannot get back with your ex. Let's be realistic. Most relationships you can't. Breakups are definitive. If you want to know if that's your case or not, there's a quiz. I put together a quiz in the The link is in the description. It's basically about 20 questions to assess your situation, and you'll get a result telling you whether you have a chance or not to get back with your ex. It's totally free. The link is in the description. Have a look, and you'll get to know finally if you have any chance or not to get back together. Third thing is you are way too emotional, and the same as the first two. It's totally logical to be emotional. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying those signs, because I wanted to make this video because these signs are logical, and in a way I expect people to react this way. I reacted this way when it happened to me, and it makes sense for you to react this way. And it's so hard to realize that actually it's the wrong things because it feels like it's the right thing to do. And so emotional, yeah, of course, you love that person, you've had something special with that person. That's normal to be emotional, and I'm not judging or blaming you for doing so. I'm just highlighting that there's a risk there. The risk is that the harder the breakup, the harder the recovery. And so if you continue being too emotional, if you create more drama than needed, your ex will be comforting in the idea that it's too complex, it's not working. Usually people say it's not working. Don't confirm this to them. Because it's not working is something that can change. It's not I don't love you, it's not I don't have feelings for you, it's not working. We don't understand each other. If your ex tells you this and you come back to them crying, arguing, shouting, on the attack or defensive, really in the highs and lows of the emotions, what do you think your ex will think? He or she will think like, wow, that's not working. He doesn't understand. He's not mature enough. All these kind of things. We want to avoid this. So show your strength. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be depressed, but don't show it. Maybe you need to vent. That's why you have people like me to listen to what you have to say, to help you manage your emotions. Not dismiss them, manage your emotions. And by doing so, you're going to remove any tensions, at least from your side. You don't know what's going to happen on their side, but at least from your side. And you're going to learn a lot about yourself, about codependency, about attachment, style, and so on. And then what I would suggest is when you reconnect with your ex is to have this, use this mirroring effect. When you use the mirroring effect, it's basically matching your ex's style. The way they communicate, the intensity, the tone. The problem with relationship recovery, the problem you'll have when you get back with your ex, or trying to get back with your ex, is that you have a clear idea of what you want. It's deep inside, I want him or her back. But for them, that's not clear. They're not sure. And so you have to bring them to that space. And you can't bring them to that space being forcing things, being emotional, right? So you have to accept that it will take a bit of time for them to realize that it could work. Again, it's about this could work. Number 4, your ex is in touch with you just to stay in touch with you. It is very, very common mistake. They tell you to stay in touch. Let's stay in touch. I want to end a relationship, it's not working, but let's stay in touch. When you do that, when you accept this because you feel like, okay, if I say no, I'm never going to see that person anymore, she'll move on or he'll move on, and I'm going to ruin all my chances. That's the opposite actually. Because when you accept this, you get the worst bargain. You can't let go of that relationship, which is fundamental to manage your emotion, to be less anxious, to remove this anxiety, this pain, this depression linked to the breakup. It's a waste of time because all the time that you invest, not necessarily the time you spend texting your ex, but there's a lot of headspace used between any text. That's the problem with texting your ex or being in touch with your ex. It's because whenever you send a message, your mind will be busy thinking about as she or he receives the message. When will he or she reply? What will he or she reply? And then you receive the message and then you have to analyze that. What are they trying to say? What should I say next? It's a lot of headspace. And you basically occupy your mind thinking about this while you're not together. So you're spending a lot of your energy, a lot of your time trying to build something with someone who doesn't want to build something with you. And so in a way, sometimes, and it happens a lot, your ex uses you as an emotional support, to be a buddy, to be a friend. This could be a good strategy to get back with an ex. But right after a breakup, I would highly recommend to give them some space and to be the one asking for help. Because if they tell you, I want to end things, can I ask to stay in touch? Shall we be in touch? They are, demanding again. Leave them that space. Make them realize that the life without you would be really hard. And then once I don't want to get into too much detail because it's really depending on your case, but when you use the friendship strategy, you have to be clear about what you want to achieve. You have to be clear about your boundaries. And if it doesn't lead where you want it to be, that's your time to break things and say, that's not what I want. I want to take a bit of space, and we can reconsider afterwards. Okay? So they need to understand that they broke up with you. Don't reverse the role here. Friendship is okay, but it needs to be flirty. Okay? There's no point talking to your ex for weeks after the breakup if it's not flirty. If you see that the interaction you have with your ex is exactly the same you would have with a friend, for example, if you're heterosexual, same-sex friend, there is no point staying in touch with them. Because you're not creating something. You're not building an emotional thing. You're just the after-sales service, right? And you don't want to be this. So be strong and understand, be realistic as well. Understand that try to assess whether the relationship, the interaction you have with your ex is leading you anywhere or not. And if it's not, go to contact. If you have any questions on this, and I think it's confusing because it depends on people, ping me on WhatsApp. There's a link in the description if you want to send me a message on WhatsApp and we'll discuss your situation, and perhaps you'll need more support and I can onboard you as a client on WhatsApp. That's what I do. I have clients that I have where I have regular calls with them, and some of them, or some other clients, struggling today, some other clients, I coach them on WhatsApp, and it's basically helping them to manage all these aspects of, how can you increase the intensity of the messages without being too emotional? How can you have an objective view of what's going on between your ex and you? Sometimes it's very hard to know, to have an objective view on things when it's about your ex. And the number 5 is you watch breakup videos. Yes, it's actually quite bad sometimes. Learning is important, don't get me wrong. And that's what I want you, that's why I'm doing this video, is to teach or to get people a lot of knowledge and get people to understand a lot of things about themselves, okay? Now, the problem is, learning is good, and I know it has, watching videos, breakup videos, is kind of reassuring, it's almost therapeutical. However, unless you take action, they are meaningless, okay? Learning is good, doing is way better. And I include myself. So in my videos, I always try to get you to do something, to pause a video, to write down things, to reflect after you watch a video. One of the tips that I will give you is to try not to chain watch videos. You watch one video, maybe you pause and you try to see, okay, what have I learned? And then, could be mine, could be other videos, because I know you're probably watching other videos. But it's really about, okay, what can I learn? What can I do on the back of this video? What are the actions? Be critical on your progress, not on you. There's a typo. What are the things that you need to work on? What are the things you struggle to implement? What actions are you taking this week to feel better? And so if watching videos can help you answer those questions, great. But make sure that you take ownership of this. Because watching video and you think you're learning, And perhaps like in a week's time, you forgot everything that I said. In a week's time, you didn't take any action and you're exactly the same place you are right now. That's what I want you to avoid. It's really about, okay, what have I learned? What are the things that I need? Perhaps I need to take a course on this. Perhaps I need to speak to someone. It's like a puzzle, okay? Maybe you will have pieces that are missing. Where can you get those pieces? Who can help you figure out where to click those pieces? And unless you do that proactively, watching videos online are meaningless. It's useless. It's useless. If it's important to you, make sure that you invest, you invest what it takes. Whether it's investing in counseling, investing in a course, investing in terms of perhaps the problem with your relationship is your work-life balance. So there's an investment, okay, am I ready to let go of my lifestyle, of my job? So whatever it takes, if it's important for you, what is important for you? To get back with your ex? Okay. So what are the things that you're doing today? And it's not about thinking about your ex, it's not about watching videos. What are the things that you're doing? If you have any questions, if you want to ping me again, there's my WhatsApp number in the description, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
For a long time, get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter.
And don't forget to click on like.